A tale unfolds of fate's unyielding hand, where love and sorrow in dark balance stand. The ancient oak with roots that pierce the earth, October. Its gnarled limbs cradle dreams long lost, echoes of hearts once crossed at great cost. Amidst chaotic winds, on a night so bleak, a lone wanderer heard the old trees speak. Seek not rest. All right, cool. So that was the snippet, right? So we're live YouTube. This is my second time live YouTube. Am I live? Yes. So what I'm gonna show you guys today is some fitness, right? Tied in with music, as well as some cognitive therapy concepts, right? Philosophy, fate, destiny, determinism. I'm the king. I'm the modern bard. Satirical, philosophical, equipped with witty wit, just for y'all to understand the lyrics behind the epic of Shakespearean Antics as well as Isamantix. Like, it's the fact is that all my life I've been known as semantics, right? With the ICE, right? ICE, get it? Ice, right? But at the same time, is that I'm absolute zero, but scorpion style. Come over here, like so, right? So now let's talk about the last time that we talked about, which is the foundation, the core, right? I'm shredded, bro. But the core is the wrist, right? So what you want is a kettlebell, right? So the kettlebell, again, is strengthen what it needs to strengthen. Check this out, right? You see how, again, overview, right? The core, the lever, just like how the gas pump, right? The lever is where the connector, which carries the load, right? So if your wrist, the core area at this location here, is weak, guess what happened, right? You won't be able to grip, right? You won't be able to hold. You won't be able to lift the way that you want to. That's because your foundation, your core area is weak, right? So you want to strengthen that. But the hardest part about strengthening the core is not getting injured. I'm here to get results for you guys. You can ask anybody who's been trained by me who took my advice. Result. Ask Elon himself. Go to Reddit and ask Elon. He'll tell you, right? So the core is the foundation, which is the wrist. You use the kettlebell as the core to strengthen that foundation, so that way, guess what happens? You won't get injured, right? This is the foundation, the core for you to hold that weight, for you to hold that grip, for you to be able to train and get results quickly. And this is fact, guys. Look, I'm 145, but I've always been an athlete. I've always been the pursuer. I'm a truth seeker. All right, the modern times truth seeker. So I'm telling you guys right now, the foundation, just like the gas pumping, right? It's the core for you to not get injured but get the result. Trust me on that. I'm from Long Beach, because I mean, my bad, my ghetto, so I got came out a little bit there. Look, I'm from the hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm showing you guys right now are the foundation for you to get the result, right? Get a kettlebell, go to Ross. Hell yeah, I still go to Ross. What are you talking about, man? That's my that's my location, bro. You get them $5, right? But look at this. You see how the foundation strengthens the core, so that way you're able to hold the weight. Why does that matter? Check this out. You see the difference, right? You see how awkward that is, right? When you put in this position, guess what happens? You get injured, right? You see the result. This is look, go to my TikTok channel. I got like 50,000 subscribers. I preach the same thing. It's the fact is to get result. You have to do what it is to do for you to get a result, which is safety. So that way you won't get injured. Remember, guys, if you get injured, you can't train. You get injured, you can't work out. You get injured, you get fired in the ghetto. Right? But at the same time, is that train correctly. Ready? All right, let me show you. Write it down. Go ahead. right? Just now, 30 seconds. All right, so you can hold the kettlebell. I'm gonna show you. 30 seconds. All right, ready? 30 seconds of the praying mantis. Ready? Like so. See this? Put your arm right here and come straight up, right? And you want to hold 30 seconds, right? And if you're more advanced, you do something like I do it, like right. If you're more advanced, you can alternate, right? But at the same time, guys, look at this. Look at me. I'm 145, 6.5% body fat all year round. Yeah, I'm bragging, but that's the truth, right? That's the truth. 6.5% year round, 145, never been injured, star athlete, philosopher, Shakespearean chick, original art, and I'm giving you guys this for free, right? But at the same time, Mr. Beastie hit me up. I was kidding. But you see the result, guys. You see how the kettlebell, you see how the kettlebell works, right? 30 seconds. You want to write it down, right? So now you get that. You want to spread it out, right? You want to hold this 30 seconds as well, right? Why does that matter? Well, this forces you to work your rotator cuffs, right? Which is right here, right? It allows you to strengthen that rotator cuff so that way you won't be injured, right? Because once you mess up your rotator cuffs, it's KO. It will never be the same, right? So why not train it? Why not prep it, right? Because those who do will get the result, right? Those who don't, well, continue to get no result. But I'm all about result. So check this out. You see that? Check this out. You see this here? I'm 145. I'll say it again. 6.5% body fat, right? Result, right? But at the same time, guys, isn't this fun? So you want to do that, right? Write that down. Now I'm gonna play some music. Ready? So this is my latest music. It's a folkloric Shakespearean style in the style of Poe and Shakespeare, right? Why does that matter? Well, it matters because this is my original art, right? Because I'm campaigning, pioneering to elevate music in a way that you guys never seen before. Why? Because remember, guys, Shakespeare and Poe are different, right? Shakespeare is what? It's a play, but it's a theatrical play, right? It's not a musical play, right? Poe is written. I'm combining the two to form a Shakespearean take, a combination of Poe and Shakespeare of my own original work via musical tune and melody. Right? Check this out. The Moonlit Heir. While watching what we got. Remember, 30 seconds? 30 seconds, right? I'm going to show you guys right now. 1 minute. From life's cruel. Okay? Watch. Enter a character cloaked in mystery, who speaks in riddles, their past shrouded history. A jumbled tale of woe and of might, who seeks the daylight but travels by night. This being's entrance doth stir the pot, tensions rise and tempers grow hot. Trust is questioned, alliances shift into chaos, the storyline doth drift. Now to our hero, a challenge most dire, to face down the tempest, the water, the fire, not merely with sword or with physical might, but with wit and with wisdom and words to recite. Let there be a moment, quiet, profound, where true heart's desires are spoken of. You guys see, right? You can alternate, right? You can adjust, but do you see why you get the result, right? And that's the reason why, guys, versatility is very important. There's a lot of information out there. Name one person, right? Name one person who's actually demonstrated live, who's actually demonstrated live on YouTube, doing what I do right now. Name one person. Go ahead. You can comment. I'll wait. There isn't. I'm just kidding. No, there are a lot of people, man. But at the same time, man, I'm the only one that's bold about it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because one, you wait. Hey, oh shit, what's up, Michael? All right, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. So now I'm teach you guys some fencing, right? Why fencing matter, right? Well, you want to make it fun. You want to make working out fun, right? So I'm a martial artist as well, but fencing. Let me show you. Nope, wait. It matters. Why? Because let me show you. Right? This is 6 pounds, right? Look, fencing. It matters. Look at the muscle part. You see where it works, right? That's where you get a tone, right? You want to tone out arms, right? You want to tone out your muscles, right? See, a lot of people don't understand. Like, result comes by doing. Like, I'm showing you guys what I do. Look, check it out. You see the tonality? You want that tone arm? I'm showing you guys how to do it right now, right? It's the weight distribution. It's at the tip. See this? You see how it works? You want that toned arm, but without that bulkiness, right? Because when you have that bulkiness, it's not that pretty, right? I'm all about looks, but at the same time, check this out. You see? You see where it works, right? Hell yeah, it does. That's guys. When you incorporate this, right? For trust me, there's a reason. There's a philosophy. The philosophy behind it is that look, when you have a strong core, right, and you have the strong forearm, check it out. You got check it out. 40 pounds, right? I didn't feel that. I should lift you guys like this. But check this out. That's a 17 pounds, 7.5 kilos, right? Right? Because you need to have this grip. If you don't have the grip to train, will you be able to do this? Guys, it's stoic, right? The Spartan, right? They train every single day using sword, weapon, and musical tunes to go along with it, right? What I'm showing you guys is incorporating how artistic expression could be utilized by combining the mind, the body, and the soul. You play video games? Let me ask you, what's the role of a bard? What's the role of a priest? To bless you with what? Musical tune, right? And you get beat up. For example, one of my favorite game, right? Final Fantasy, which one? Two Xanakin, bro. That's a legendary piano piece, right? But at the same time, what's the story behind the Final Fantasy X, right? It's the fact is the Final Fantasy X talk about fate, destiny, and philosophy, man. It's music, right? It's the fact is he didn't even know that he himself was the chaos, right? He himself was the chaos. Guys, that's why the Final Fantasy Saga series are legendary, right? For example, Oda with One Piece, right? Oda with One Piece, the way he told the story. Why do you think it's such legendary? Because the way he told it, it paints a picture of what happened if our world became that of a world government, in which they dictate and control everything, right? Fate, destiny, philosophy, the chaos. Guys, these people are geniuses for a reason, right? It's because if you don't analyze, if you don't look at their artistic expression, you won't see the meaning behind their intention. Was to illustrate for the people. It's not just Dragon Ball Z, which is I'm the number one fan, but sidetrack. But it's not just, but it is like Dragon Ball Z, right? In which you can explore space, explore time with Trunk, being what? For example, Gohan, right, in the canon, right? Why was the future Gohan the way he was, right? Why did he decide to come back to the past to try to change something that he couldn't, right? Which was to save Goku from the virus, and which he did. But at the same time, you see how the ultimate reality didn't change as much in that time, but through his time it did, right? It did because when he go back into his time frame, it changes the ultimate reality of his, right? But not in a way the whole storyline, right? But it deviates into his own saga. Does that make sense? And that's the reason why you have to see that fake destiny and the way philosophy works is embracing chaos, right? Because if Gohan didn't die in the future Trunks, he wouldn't become a Super Saiyan, right? And that's the reason why when you think about music, for example, here comes the concept, right? When you think about music, right? For example, let me play something for you guys real quick here, right? And let me tell you well, what do you think is stand out the most when you listen to this one right here, right? Let me show you up here, right? So when you think about a mutation in musical form, right? What is that, right? When you think about a fusion, what is that, right? And to me, wise, it's not about genre, right? Music to me is not about a genre. Music to me, in terms of fusion and mutation, is all about the atmosphere, right? It's all about the atmosphere of how it make you feel to generate that emotional entropy, right? Now we're going some scientific, right? So the emotional entropy is very important, right? Why is that? Why? Because the emotional entropy is tailored toward you, right? Look, if you're in the hood, why do you think the drums hit hard? That's because it's the African rhythmic beat in which, to this day, right? To this day, the African rhythmic beats are the most catchy and most rebellious tune besides classical, right? It's the fact is that it represents that chaos, but at the same time, it represents that rhythmic love for culture, right? And that's the reason why Afrobeat has always been my main thing. I'm from Long Beach, man. So at the same time, it matters, right? Check this out. Now, why does this beat matter? Well, because this beat it symbolizes the Afro rap of that rhythm, right? And with the Afro rap of that rhythm, it incorporates with the classical. What do you get? You get a rebellious tune, right? Check it out. All right, one. It's poetic.
Midnight's grasp, the winds of change do howl, as digital phantoms weave their spectral shroud. Yet neath the moonlit veil, the spirits prowl and code and verse their silent voices loud. The iron quill doth scribe in binary rhyme, a tapestry of thought in endless stream. Machines converse with souls through space and time, their whispers laced with silicon's bright dream. Where once was fear of losing human grace, now blooms a bridge betwixt our realms untold. For AI lends its hand to human race and lifts us high on wings both brave and bold. So let us dance this waltz in twilight's glow, embrace the harmony where circuits flow.
So now we incorporate the classical more.
In midnight's grasp, the winds of change do howl, as digital phantoms weave their spectral shroud. Yet neath the moonlit veil, the spirits prowl, in code and verse their silent voices loud. The iron quill doth scribe in binary rhyme, a tapestry of thought in endless stream. Machines converse with souls through space and time, their whispers laced with silicon's bright dream. Where once was fear of losing human grace, now blooms a bridge betwixt our realms untold. Through AI lends its hands to human race, and lifts us high on wings both brave and bold. So let us dance this waltz in twilight's glow, embrace the harmony.
Oh, I'm a tap dancer too, right? You see how I dance to a rhythm, right? But incorporate the martial art form of rhythm, rhythmic culture within the Afro beat, the drums, right? Incorporate the violin, incorporate the piano, incorporate the By the way, guys, that's my sonnet. By the way, that's my original sonnet. It's called the Bard of Bardontics. It's my original sonnet written in the folkloric style of Poe. That's my original shit. You know what I'm saying? But as you can see, though, it's pretty good. It's catchy, right? It's a universal tune. Afrobeat, flamenco, classical, opera. Oh, dude, I'm an opera nerd, bro. I'm a classical nerd too. Check out my Moonlight Sonata fusion. Trust me, man. That shit. Check it out, and then you tell me what you think. Because at the end of the day, guys, artistic expression comes in many different forms. But name one person who's demonstrated live for you guys. Wrap it up. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Mobilities, right? The crossover for speed and mobility. The widespread to help strengthen the rotator cuffs, to strengthen the core of the foundation. Without the foundation, you'll get injured. You get injured, you can't train. You can't train, you won't get the result. And I'm all about result. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. But hey, look, stay sexy, bro, all the time, every time. But